Hello everyone, I'm Pure Light. I love Jesus and I love playing Minecraft, and so I'm going to do some mining and some crafting and some talking about Jesus. It's great to have you along with me. Let's go. Hello. Well, it's happened. I died. Everything was going so well after last episode. We'd got the villager crop farms up and running, and the sheep were all in place and producing lots of wool. And so I thought it'd be a good idea to head back underground to see if I could get some more resources. I knew there was a big cave behind where I'd been branch mining for iron, so I thought I'd go in and light it up and see what treasures I could find. Here's how that went. Alright, come on, I'm just going to go for it. Oh, I'm not seeing any mobs yet. This is fantastic. Okay. Where's this? Down here. That, I think, is an enderman up there. That's okay, that's okay. As long as I don't... Ah! Where's that? Oh no, okay. Gotcha. Get out, I can't see you. Ah! Ah. No. I tried to get back in and retrieve my staff and finish the lighting up, but there were just too many monsters and I couldn't fight them all. No. Is it? So, I'm back to having no armour and no tools. But, you know what? I think this is an opportunity to make a bit of a fresh start and see if we can get some really good gear and replace the iron stuff that we had. We've got some villager friends who will buy our pumpkins and melons for emeralds, and we can see if we can persuade some others to sell us some armour and some tools, maybe even some enchanted books. It's going to take a while, and it's going to take a lot of melons. So let's get going. Some potatoes. Buy some carrots. Tools. Shells. 1, 2. Fortune 3 and efficiency 4. Yes! Make a clock. A melon chopper. Now, over near the village, I made a discovery that's going to help us get those XP levels back up. and they got these big sort of ravines and things down here. So if we follow this one down, head down here. I've lit it up, went a bit mad with the torches because look, we have cobblestone, which means spawner, and it's a skeleton spawner, which would be excellent for getting some XP. And oh look, there's a saddle in there, and string, and some more redstone. Oh gosh, I haven't really got room in my inventory at the moment. Oh, some more gold, that's going to be useful. A name tag, that's cool. And a music disc. Oh, and another saddle. Oh my goodness, loads of good stuff. I need to get rid of this stuff really, and then I need to come back and bring some resources for setting this up as a spawner. So I think I'll do that and be back with you in a minute. We should be able to dig this out and turn it into a bit of an XP farm, as well as getting lots of bones and arrows too. So I'm going to open this out, so it's 4, so there's 4 blocks away on every side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be the middle. What I might do is put these torches on some dirt, and then they'll be nice and easy to break when it gets to it, and there's no danger of using a pickaxe near the actual spawner. I don't want to break it. coordinates of where the room was, and I made an area over here where we'll be able to get down. So I thought it might be quite nice to make this area a little bit more makes any sense. That's a nice little entrance, and I'll have to do a bit of landscaping around it to make it fit in. But for now, that'll do nicely. And we've got these two. This one here's got a ladder, so I can use that to come up, and this one here has some water near the bottom, so I should be able to drop down. Oh. Makes me worry every time I do it. But here we are. This is the room next to the spawner, and if we come over here we should set it off, and we'll soon get some skeletons falling down. And so this is the drop, as I said. This is the one with the ladder going up, and this is the one which got some water up there, so when you fall through there you don't take any fall damage. And I've also done a little viewing area up here. And this is some tinted glass, because we had that the bits from the geode to add to the glass, to make some glass so that no light gets through, and you can't really see very well, to be honest, can you? But that's where the there you go, that was skeletons. Just about see one in the corner, you probably can't see it. Alright, so let's go down, and here you can see their little bony legs ready for me to swipe at them. And as you can see, I've been doing this quite a bit as I've been building the thing, and my XP is back up to 32 again. For these last ones, I can head up and see if we can just do those last little improvements to our armour. If we head back down to the gatehouse, bringing all our goodies with us. And actually, look, that's what another thing we could do is we can have a saddle. And up to the top again. You'll need a little bit of lapis lazuli. Now I'm worried that because that says fortune 1 that we're going to get fortune on this one as well, which is not what we want. No, just efficiency in unbreaking. That's great. And now we can add mending and silk touch to that. So I think we're doing pretty well. We've got everything enchanted that we wanted to be enchanted, and yeah, I'll show you. If you look at my armour, we've got, so just unbreaking on the helmet, but that'll be okay. That'll still provide a bit of protection for my head. Then we've got protection 3 and thorns, which I didn't particularly want, but unbreaking 3 on the chest plate. Got protection 2 on the leggings and feather falling 2 on the boots. So that'll help if I fall down a long distance. Then we've got the sword, which is sharpness 4 and unbreaking 3. We've got the silk touch pickaxe with that we put mending on. We've got the silk touch axe, our melon chopper, and we've got a shovel, which has just got unbreaking. That'll be fine. And we've got our fortune pickaxe, which has also got the mending on it. So I think that makes us fully geared up and ready for adventure. But before we head out exploring, let's look at this episode's Bible verse. You remember we had the first one was I am the bread of life. And the second one was I am the light of the world. Then we had I am the gate. And then number 4 was the good shepherd. So number 5, today's one is Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live even though they die. John chapter 11, verse 25. Well, we can think a little bit more about that as we travel and explore. So I'm going to put the book away and then we're going to go and grab the horse and set out. It's really frustrating when you die in Minecraft. You lose your stuff and sometimes lose your progress in the game. I've only ever played in normal survival, so I can only imagine how devastating it must be to die in hardcore mode. If you die like that, you lose your world completely and can never play in it again. It's a bit more like real life, I suppose. Of course, we don't wear armour most of the time in the real world, but we do use seat belts and cycle helmets. We wrap up warm in the winter and we put on sunscreen in the summer. We eat our vegetables, take our vitamins and never leave home without a water bottle. All to keep us healthy and safe and alive. But despite all that, the uncomfortable truth about life is that in the end, everybody dies. Being human means that we will all feel that sting of sadness and loss that goes with losing someone we love. Jesus felt it too. In John 11 we read about a dear friend of Jesus, a man called Lazarus, who became ill and died. His sisters Martha and Mary were devastated. And Jesus was miles away when it happened. He didn't get there until after the funeral was over and Lazarus' body was sealed inside his tomb. Martha was obviously upset and disappointed that Jesus hadn't come earlier and done a healing miracle for Lazarus as he'd done for other people. Martha knew her Bible and believed in resurrection, but it was a rather vague belief. God seemed to promise that death wasn't the end, but how resurrection worked and what it even meant wasn't really clear to her. When Jesus told her that her brother would rise again, she probably thought he was just saying the sort of comforting things that people always say to grieving relatives. But Jesus wasn't one for platitudes. He was being very specific and very clear. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die. See, this wasn't some vague, inspiring thought. This was Jesus saying, I am in charge of resurrection. I'm in charge of life and death and eternity. Your brother will rise again because I say so. In fact, all those who believe in me will rise again. I will raise them up. It'll be Easter in a few weeks' time, and we'll have opportunities to celebrate Jesus' own resurrection, the moment when he conquered death and brought life and salvation to light. But that doesn't mean that Jesus saw death as something trivial. He knew that it is a weighty and serious and sad thing. It's not just a brief pause before respawning. It's not like Minecraft. When Jesus saw the tomb of Lazarus and the grief of his friends, he wept. And these were real tears because he knew that death is a terrible, monstrous enemy. It needed someone to fight it, someone to defeat it, someone who was the very source of resurrection life, Jesus himself. And so, With the tears still wet on his face, Jesus, the resurrection and the life, called to his friend. And Lazarus walked out of the tomb, alive. Not a zombie or a ghost, properly alive. Of course, he would still die one day, as will we all. But now he knew, and we know, that there is one who is in charge of resurrection and life and death and eternity. We can trust him, trust Jesus, with our very lives. Well, I think I probably need to put away all these resources that we've gathered, and so I think I'm going to call it a day for this episode. We died several times, we traded our way up to Diamond Gear, we made a skeleton spawner farm, and we went out to explore some amazing areas of our world. We also thought about Jesus, the resurrection and the life. I hope that you can join me again next time, when I think I'll get on with some connecting roads and bridges. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye and God bless.